is very easy to pronounce. The human form of life affords one a chance to return home back to Godhead. I'm on 7, 6, 2. Can you understand? Canto 7, Chapter 6, Text 2. 7, 6, 2. Is that okay? The human form of life affords one a chance to return home back to Godhead. Therefore, every living entity, especially in the human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the most beloved, the master of the soul, and the well-wisher of all other living beings. I don't think you can repeat. Can you repeat after me? Is that possible? So you can repeat. The human form of life affords one a chance to return home back to Godhead. Therefore, every living entity, especially in the human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This devotional service is natural.
This devotional service is natural
Because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
is the most beloved, the master of the soul,
the master of the soul,
and the well-wisher of all other living entities.
and the well-wisher of all the living entities.
So this is a very famous verse from the Bhagavatam. This verse is being spoken by the great sage, Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, as you know, is one of the Mahajans, or spiritual authorities, and he had learned everything when he was in the womb of his mother. So Prahlad Maharaj over here is instructing his classmates. Actually, he's instructing through his classmates, all of us. He's saying the human form of life should be used to serve the Lord. The Srimad Bhagavatam is described as the ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge. And we are so fortunate this knowledge, this ripened fruit, is being handed down from the top of the tree through different acharyas sitting on different branches. And what is it doing? It's giving us the most valuable knowledge. And that is knowledge about God, knowledge about devotional service. As devotees, we can see the material life is full of miseries. And if we really want a cure, then there's only one alternative. Now, Prahlad Maharaj says, engage in devotional service. And also the human form of life is very rare. Unfortunately, we forget the importance of spiritual life. We hear every day, but we still forget. So what do we need to do? We need to regularly associate with devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized 5 main points. He gave a very lengthy explanation to Sanatana Goswami on the process of devotional service. Then he summarized the many points he gave into 5 main points. And the first one was the sadhu sangha. Spiritual association is very helpful. These days, unfortunately, one aspect of spiritual association has become more difficult. As all of you know, all the places of worship have been publicly closed the last 2-3 months and will probably remain closed for another 2-3 months. So it's become a little difficult to associate with sadhus. But if you endeavor, there always is a solution. But now, preaching through internet has become so successful. There's so many programs going on the internet. The schools and colleges are teaching via internet. I was told a few days ago, now business conferences are being held on internet. And through internet, so many countless programs are going on. Who could have dreamt a day would come when you can lecture in 4 parts of the world in one day? Now we get invitations from England, from Australia, from West Indies, all corners of the world. Please come and give a class, which you could never do before. So there is an opportunity to preach. So Sadhu Sangha, we associate on Skype, we associate on Zoom. There are many avenues that we can associate and read Prabhupada's books. When you associate, when you have the right association, then you get the right knowledge. And the right knowledge is that the chanting of the holy name is a remedy for this age. This age is very vicious. This age is full of vices. But there is one concession or benediction, that is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. I'm sure that all of you who are in the audience, these pictures are not moving. How many people in the audience?
220 Guru Maharaj.
Okay. Okay. We're not going to rotate them? Okay. So, Kali Yuga is an ocean of ice. So I'm sure that all of you who are sitting here, 220 devotees, know the importance of the holy name. So I'm not giving you something new. But we need to remind ourselves of the importance of attentive chanting. So when you are in right association, you get the right knowledge. And that is chant the holy name. Nama Kirtan. So this chanting of the holy name is our biggest asset. As I just told you a few minutes ago, Prabhupada was giving a lecture once, and he said, the real vaccination for all diseases is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. That is the real vaccination. So they may come up with a vaccination, but that's not going to give you any permanent solution. Whereas the chanting of the holy name will give us permanent solution. So we should chant and constantly endeavor to improve the quality. If I ask some of you to do your rounds every day, I'm sure most of you will raise their hand. But we also want to keep endeavoring to improve the quality of our chanting. Our ultimate goal is to develop ruchi, taste for the holy name. Oh, Srila Mahaprabhu said, Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtan, and then read the books. Prabhupada labored very hard to write these books. One thing is, with the lockdown and the other developments, book distribution has become a major challenge. It's unfortunate. We have our Samkirtan devotees. We have our Samkirtan devotees in India and everywhere, just sitting down idle. They can't go into a book distribution because of all these restrictions. Even in America, devotees are very concerned because book distribution is being affected. But we are hopeful that by constantly endeavoring, Krishna will show us some alternative. So these books are for reading and distribution. And then the Lord also manifests himself in the Archa form, which is not different from the Lord. Last week we celebrated the disappearance of Madhavendra Puri, in which we discussed his pastimes. And one of his pastimes was, the Lord was ordered to get sandalwood from Jagannath Puri, and he walked over 2,000 kilometers to execute that order. So Krishna consciousness is a real thing. Prabhupada gave us a pure philosophy. which is elaborately described in the books. Our duty should be not only to worry about distributing the books, but also reading the books. We have to make ourselves spiritually strong. Just like in a material situation, when you eat grains, your body becomes stronger. So similarly, when we chant and hear, our spiritual life becomes strong. We have everything we need to know in the books. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge. And the Srimad Bhagavatam, one verse alone, if you adopt it to your life, it can help you achieve the goal of life. So we should make it a point to read the Bhagavatam every day or hear tapes. But reading is more effective. Why? Because when you read, you have to be attentive. When you're listening to the tapes while driving or cooking or whatever, it definitely gives you the message. The concentration is not there usually. So you must find time to read. So spiritual association is a must. We can associate with those who are more advanced, equally advanced, less advanced. When you meet somebody more advanced, you become joyful, because that will give you the opportunity to learn something. And when you meet somebody equally advanced, you make friendship. Friendship and spiritual life means we help each other to work together. And when you meet somebody less advanced, you display compassion. So Prahlad Maharaj is instructing his classmates. Prahlad's classmates were also from rich demonic families. But Prahlad was able to convert them to the point of devotional service. So by sadhu sangha, you can convert everyone to the right cause. Prabhupada went to Russia for 4 days and he planted the seed. He preached in different parts of the world and he planted the seed. So we can see how spiritual association works. So all of you should be determined to succeed on a spiritual path. Rupa Goswami says, Utsad Nishya Dharya. To succeed on the spiritual path, you must be enthusiastic. Why not? Who are we not serving? We are serving the greatest of all, namely the Lord. So we should be enthusiastic. And then, just like right now, the US government is handing out bonus checks to everyone, isn't it? It's not, may help somebody in the election. They're getting bonus checks. So you're happy when you get that. The holy name. Similarly, this is a real asset, the chanting of the holy name. There was a maidservant, there was a female devotee whose name was Dukhi Dasi. She used to bring water to the Jagannath Puri temple regularly. Lord Chaitanya asked her, "What's your name?" She said, "Dukhi Dasi." "Dukhi? Why? You're serving the Lord. So your name now is Sukhi Dasi." Sukhi means happy, Dukhi means sad. So anyone, regardless of male or female body, if you engage in devotional service, you become happy. So please make it a point to make spiritual progress. And Rupa Goswami says, please be enthusiastic. Then Nishya Dharya, determination. Determination is also very, very important. You heard this many times. It's not that you're going to hear something today that may be a secret and is being exposed for the first time. No. We've heard these things thousands of times. And you will hear it thousands of times. We need to be reminded all. The material mind, the environment is so polluted that we need to hear on a regular basis if you want to stay on the spiritual path. Therefore, we see that those devotees who have a good sadhana and who chant and read regularly, they make good advancement and they develop determination. Obviously, there will be distractions. Obviously, there will be temptations. Obviously, sometimes you may get influenced by Maya. But fortunately for us, we also have that defense weapon. Just like Krishna says, Devesha gunamai mama maya durataya. This material energy is very difficult to overcome. But if you surrender to me, you can. So the whole purpose of having this exchange is to get you, is to make us more serious about spiritual life. Through spiritual association, especially with those who are more senior, we get the recipes, formula, how to become more serious. So my only hope and expectation is, hopefully this association will help you all to advance spiritually. Bhakti Siddhanta Ji used to say that the materialists invent technology and the spiritualists use it in service of the Lord. Prabhupada was the first Acharya, not the first, second, who traveled by plane, who traveled by ship to the West. Prabhupada used technology to spread Krishna consciousness. He flew, he went by ships, used the trains, used dictaphones to dictate. He used best printing presses for printing his books. The devotees use technology to use it in the service of the Lord. So we are using the Zoom technology. Now even at the GBC level, many meetings are being held on Zoom. We just had a meeting yesterday in Delhi, and we had leaders from different parts of the world all participating on Zoom and discussing things. So Zoom is now a Chinese invention. It's of great assistance also. So devotees use technology in service of the Lord. That is our goal. Krishna is the supreme proprietor, the supreme enjoyer, and our well-wisher. This recognition will be there. The Lord is the enjoyer. He is the real proprietor. We often like to think that we are the proprietor. And He is our well-wisher. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, there is no truth higher than this. So this Bhagavad Gita's knowledge, Bhagavatam's knowledge, constitutes the highest knowledge. And we are not giving you some concocted philosophy. Prabhupada gave us the real thing. And if you practice it, you will succeed. As they say in English, God helps those who help themselves. So now, online preaching is booming. Devotees call up and say, Maharaj, now we have so many options what to do. There's so many programs going on. So you can take advantage of all of that for making spiritual advancement. So to make spiritual advancement, we must regularly associate with devotees. Sometimes we see that we are hesitant in staying in the spiritual association, but we don't want to be corrected. Then that's our misfortune. Humility is important in spiritual life. I'm sure you've heard this before. The third verse of the sixth Shastra, Tinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Saishuna, Amanina Manadina Ketiladi Sadari. I'm sure. How many of you have this sloka memorized? Everyone? Okay, everyone. This is the first mantra that everyone learns in ISKCON. First mantra is Hare Krishna, and the second is Tinadapi. So what is the Lord saying? A very simple message. If you want to be in a mood, if you chant the holy name, please be more humble than a blade of grass. If you look at it, the grass is very humble. All of us step on the grass, but you never retaliate. Then more tolerant than a tree. Tolerance is necessary on the spiritual path. Most of the conflicts that you see in the material world are due to false ego. And due to false ego. So, we need to develop tolerance. Tolerance means what? You're tolerating something that you don't like. More tolerant than a tree. A tree is ready to serve you in all situations. So Lord Chaitanya says, become more tolerant than a tree. And devoid of false sense or false prestige. False prestige comes in various ways. I want honor. I want to be proud. I am arrogant. I want to be the boss. These are all symptoms of desires that are hard to give up. You can give up association with the opposite sex. You can give up your desire to have a big position, but the desire for adoration, pride is hard to give up. But there's also what we have to endeavor for. In spiritual, in material life, there's a technology word, comfort zone. Comfort zone means I will serve the Lord, but on my terms, not on your terms. And my terms may be how it can be best for me, how I can get some honor and so on. So that's a big drawback. That's a big anartha which should be given up. So please make it an endeavor. As I've told you many times, Prabhupada said, you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna takes 10 steps towards you. So I'm really pleased that so many of you assembled together and are participating in this exchange. Of course, thanks to technology, you're operating out of your homes. So I can look at all of you sitting in your homes. And this Zoom technology makes it easy to exchange views and dialogue. So we hope that you'll take advantage of it. Now we'll go for some questions. And in the end, I'll give a small talk again. Is that okay?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Were you able to hear me clearly?
We can hear you, Guru Maharaj.
Okay, so
Sorry, go.
no, so you decide how you want to go ahead.
Yeah, Nitya Krishna point. Please unmute yourself and turn your video on and ask your question. Thank you.
Nitya Krishna is a good preacher in Detroit.
Hare Krishna Gurmal, Janma Pranam, our humble wish to say all words to you, Gopal.
Were you able to hear clearly?
Yes, Gurmal, I can hear you. Are you able to hear okay?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your wonderful time. As you mentioned, in this downtime, there is different opportunities to participate. We are restricted from some. What is, how shall we prioritize our time in terms of different things we can use? Because we are limited from some services. What services do you recommend that we all do from our homes and in different ways? How can we prioritize from all the different options?
One thing is, all our temples are unfortunately closed. And not only the temples, but all places of worship. I don't know why it appears that the places of worship are going to come right on the bottom of the list after they clear off everyone. And it's painful. But the extra time that you have, of course you're a businessman, so you can also plan your businesses. But the extra time you can have, you can use it for chanting and hearing. I mean, it's a challenge to a lot of people. I was talking a few hours ago with a chartered accountant disciple in Bombay. I'm in Delhi, but he was in Bombay. And he was saying now it's not easy. We have to pay salaries, this, that. We can't visit our clients. So it's a challenge these days. I would say, make the best use of a bad bargain. The bargain is getting worse day by day. Am I right? I mean, whoever dreamt, even 4 months ago, we didn't visualize a day will come and have to close our temples. I mean, their temples are temporarily closed. Even our Krishna Balaram temple. What can we do? So we're trying to make the best use of a bad bargain. Any other questions?
Yes, Rupanuga Prabhu from Toronto.
Yeah.
Can you please unmute yourself and ask question? Please turn your video on too. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, can you see me?
Very clearly, and I'm glad that Jagannath Priya combined it with the Canadian devotees. But I think I told you about this program, and I think they did a good job combining everyone.
Yes, Maharaj, we very much appreciate it. And thank you, Maharaj, for a wonderful class again.
Well, this was a brief, short class. Yes.
Maharaj, my thought these days is that even though people are so scared of getting infected or dying from COVID-19, they're spending the time binge watching Bollywood movies for 8-9 hours every day, sleeping 10-12 hours every day, and shooting.
And I'll tell you something else. The very thought of getting virus is making the people more sick. On the one hand, they say, don't go to work. You know, only today I was talking to a devotee from America. Years ago, when they were trying to economize and when gas was high, people were encouraged to drive with a full car. Isn't it? Not two people. If you had a full car, then you had to pay less toll in America. Now, the new philosophy is going to be less people in the car. They just want to have two people in the car. If you have more than two, then you have to pay a higher toll. A few years ago, they told us don't travel with less, travel with a full car. Now they're saying it's going to come up in a few weeks. The latest theory is going to be only two people per car. Now they're talking about redoing the seats on the airplane. You know, right now you have 2 rows, 3 rows. Now they're going to redo it to one seat, one person in 3 seats. So they're redoing all the seats. In India now, they're taking away the air conditioners on all the trains for the warm season, because the air conditioners are not good for this virus. And then after a few months, they'll put it back. So I think the world is really going crazy. And my personal, can all of you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Can the others hear also? The others in the
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
My personal
Yes, Maharaj, we can all hear.
My personal forecast is the world is heading for a major destruction or bankruptcy. There's no way you can go on printing dollars and rupees notes all the time. So what I'm saying is, they don't have a solution. At one time they said, travel with a full car. Now they're saying don't travel with more than 2 people. A few years ago they said this, now they're saying that. So it's a good time to preach. We can preach the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita gives us universal message and encourage people to chant the names of God. Let them chant any names of God. When Prabhupada went to Iran, he told the people, let them chant the names of Allah, but chant the names of God for a happy purpose. Yeah, was that your question, Rupanuga?
I just wanted to add to that. I'm finding that these people have become more busy with doing their mundane things of this.
Yeah.
And I'm finding it harder to convince them to come to Krishna consciousness. So how do I help them?
Try your best.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, one thing I did read, that at least in India, 80% of the crime went down since people had their lockdown. 80% crime went down. But what has gone up is family relationships. They become more strained. Because now everyone's at home all day. It's just a crazy world. I don't think they have the answers. Now they want to practice distance. What's it called? Yeah.
Right, what I'm hearing is that the crime is down, but in some places domestic violence has gone up. They're so close together and they started to fight with each other.
Yes. They see more of each other, so there's more violence. Previously, they saw less of each other. And now, the new trend is also towards having offices at home. A lot of big corporations in India now are having their executives work from home. They say it saves us money. Okay, Hare Krishna. How is the Toronto temple doing? How is the Toronto temple doing? Okay.
Well, Maharaj, I mean, except for the fact that you cannot go inside and your solutions, but fortunately there's a lot of online programs going on. I'll get to see the darshan, the pictures.
My other Rath Yatra got cancelled.
Yes, Maharaj, that is cancelled. But we're looking at hopefully later on in the year, if this is restrictions are removed, to some other festival kind of in place of the Yatra. So let's see what comes out.
Okay, let's go. Yes, next.
Jagadguru Prabhu from Detroit, please unmute yourself. Jagadguru Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances.
Happy to see you.
Thank you so much for coming to our home in this wonderful way.
Yeah, right now I'm sitting in your house.
Yes, we feel like you're present with us right now.
I stay at his house when I go to Detroit.
Thank you so much. We are again waiting for you to come in August again.
Well, I don't know. I don't know which way the virus is going to go. I'm making no plans this year.
We have our prayers with us and we have faith you'll come.
Yeah,
So, Guru Maharaj, one question.
Yeah.
One question many people have, all the mothers with children, they are extremely afraid and scared.
Oh,
So how should we
scared of what?
Well, everything, well-being of their children, education, even sickness, how they will not get sick.
They're worried about their children in America or India or
in
both.
America.
Yeah. But even in America, actually no place is safe. And parents can try their best. But it's not that all cases are hopeless. I know many cases where the parents have tried their best and the children have responded very nicely. So we can keep trying our best. I mean, the fortunate ones will take to it, the unfortunate ones won't. But we can at least do our duty. I can see a wife behind you. Okay.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Right. So I'm visiting all your homes today, okay?
Yes, thank you for coming, Guru Maharaj. We are so fortunate.
Well, you could thank Zoom technology. We have a Nrsimha Yagya going on for the past 11 days. So
especially thanks to Bali Mardhan Prabhu and Jagannath Priya Prabhu for arranging such a wonderful good fortune for all of us.
Let's go on to the next question. We have to move fast.
Raghupati Prabhu from UK, please unmute yourself, come online. Raghupati Prabhu, I see you in the list. If not, for now, let's move on to Prem Kishore Prabhu from Thunder Bay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my obeisances, Maharaj. All Krishna Prabhupada.
So you wanted me to come to Thunder Bay many times. So there I am in Thunder Bay right now.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for your mercy.
Hare Krishna Maharaj,
Hare
please accept
Krishna.
my humble obeisances.
I'm in Thunder Bay right now.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your mercy and blessings. Maharaj, one quick question for you. Thank you so much for your time. With your blessings, we have purchased a new place for our temple here. The temple is 10,000 square feet temple. And now the question is, we are endeavoring for bigger buildings and bigger ventures, but with this COVID thing, now everything is shrinking. So how do we keep our moral high and keep
My advice is, don't go for very big buildings. Go up to medium, and hopefully this type of virus. The problem is not with the virus. The problem is with all these restrictions that are imposed by government people. I mean, like, you have closed your temple also, isn't it?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah. Of course, the Muslims are doing it, the Sikhs are doing it. But why should they? Actually, the religious places should be the last ones to touch. And they are usually the first ones. So don't overexpand, but try your best. Keep preaching. Prem Kishore is a doctor. I'm just speaking to your audience. And he has built a very nice temple over there. How is the new couple from Delhi doing? Okay?
Yes, Maharaj, they are serving very nicely, and we are serving prasadam here daily. Last week we served prasadam to all the hospital employees here, and the couple is helping us from Delhi.
Very good. I'm happy. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for your blessings, Maharaj. Hope you can join us for the opening ceremony of the temple in next year.
Okay. You can call me up anytime. All of you have my phone number. Everyone in the world has my phone number.
Yes, Maharaj.
I don't change it because my phone number is Prabhupada's date of birth. My phone number. So I don't change it. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Your mother met me about a month ago.
Balimurugan Prabhu from San Francisco, please go ahead and ask your question.
He's from San Jose.
Hello, San Francisco. That's okay. So, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept our humble obeisances.
I believe you're starting a book on the 4th canto.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yes, I had a message from you yesterday or the day before.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for blessings here. 4th canto. We'll be publishing soon in 2 months.
What are you going to do?
It's a Rudra Gita.
So
Chanting of the song sung by Lord Shiva.
Okay.
Done. Speak.
There's Rukmini Mataji on the line. Okay. Any more questions?
So I just wanted to thank you, Guru Maharaj, because I wanted to offer the questions to other devotees. Our Lilanandani, Krishna Dharma, Shyam Bhakta, Vedanta, they are there. So maybe you can. Anand, they want to ask.
Okay.
Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances.
Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, I have a question.
I'm sitting in your house.
It is we have the services all the time and reading and chanting as you advise. So you can, I'm able to do everything, but at the same time, the most endeavor I have to put is in chanting. That comes, you need a lot of effort for chanting. So how to avoid that, Guru Maharaj?
You avoid them by developing a taste for chanting. And you develop a taste for chanting by chanting. Just go on chanting, and you'll gradually develop a taste, and then the effort will be less. There's a top priority. Okay? How are your boys? They're okay?
They're doing good, Guru Maharaj. Yeah, they are fine.
Let's go on. You move a little fast.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. So we have Jagannath Prabhuji, few devotees from our area, Hansapriya Mataji, Leela Nandini and Krishna Dharma. So 2-3 devotees, maybe they can ask one question or sing Hare Krishna to Maharaj.
Okay, all right. Krishna Dharma Prabhu, I guess you can be next.
Hi, Mo. So how are you?
To see you very much. Actually, it's a good time, Maharaj, that we are able to spend more time in devotional service.
No, because
It's like
we
a
are
blessing.
in lockdown.
Yes.
Yeah, lockdown is a blessing and a curse both. But devotees are chanting and hearing more.
Yes, yes. We are able to have more calls, like video calls like this. It will be even more better. Like we have good association, advanced devotees. That will be nice.
Some people are telling me, can you come every week? I said, no. Any questions?
That's it, Maharaj. Yeah, some other devotee can ask. Yeah.
Okay, let's go on.
Priya Mataji, you would like to ask?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm online, but I'm in the altar. But Hare Krishna Maharaj.
We're on the altar. You better speak to me after you come off the altar.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Can
Yes.
you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can, but if you're on the altar, I would prefer if you speak to me after you come off the altar.
Oh, Maharaj, just looking at you, hearing your lecture, I didn't want it to give up this wonderful opportunity. Since
I'm happy. No, what I was saying.
I listened to the lecture anyway while dressing, Maharaj, so I'd rather listen to you. And here is Prabhu as well. So.
Yeah, I could recognize him. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Maharaj. We're doing very good.
You have a nice community of devotees in San Jose. You have a nice...
Yes, Maharaj, we are very happy that, we actually came more together because now everybody's home.
I'm already...
Lockdown, she's staying at home during office hours also.
You're working from home.
You're having good together.
You're working from home. You're working from home. Is that the thing? You're working from home.
Okay.
You're working from home.
Sorry, Maharaj, I think my connection is not so good.
You are working from home?
Yes, Maharaj. Prabhu is writing a book on Ayurveda and diet. So it's the Penguin publishers have asked him to write a book. The deadline was yesterday. We haven't finished the book yet.
Finish it by tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Nice to see both of you.
Mataji, mute yourself now, please.
Please mute yourself here.
Please mute. Jai Govind Prabhu from Vancouver, please come online. Unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah, Govinda, I'm happy to see you.
I'm more delighted to see you, Maharaj.
I'm in your house.
Thank you for using your mystic abilities and expanding yourself in over 220 places at the same time for our benefit. You're so merciful.
Well, you have to thank the Zoom Chinese technology.
Dwarka has been dressing Radha Madana Mohan each morning, and unfortunately she's not able to be here, and she's also putting them to rest every night.
That's okay.
And I just wanted to tell you why she's not here.
How is that couple that I sent from Delhi? The new couple?
Very nice, especially Rasabihari Prabhu is very, very mature, very sober, and very helpful.
Is his wife doing any work?
Not a lot that I'm aware of. It doesn't appear like she's doing very much.
Okay.
But he's doing a fair amount.
Okay.
And his presence is very stabilizing.
Okay.
You feel a sense of gravity with him.
Good.
You mentioned about the Spanish flu 100 years ago, and we've seen the First World War, we've seen the Second World War, we've seen the so many things previously, But our generation, we haven't actually experienced, at least in North America, we haven't experienced very much difficulties. We've actually been very fortunate compared to our forefathers.
But now you are
and we know that there's more negative and sinful activities going on in the world, and the results usually end up in wars and so on and so forth. And we see that the result could be this coronavirus. Previously, Prabhupada said that just by the chanting of the Sankirtan movement is holding back a lot of this karma. It was related to the Vietnam War and other things, which could have been a lot worse. So now, because of this virus, it appears that the Sankirtan movement is actually slowing down, even though we have modern technology.
I think I'm hoping
so. It's just, even the temple, the Vedic planetarium, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium in Mayapur, this construction is stopped of the prophesized temple from which Lord Chaitanya's mission is going to go out. So, do you think we can expect even more calamities, something more devastating than what we're experiencing right now? I know it's a prophecy, but I'm just wondering.
I'm not an astrologer, but
I knew you were going to say that.
We make the best use of every condition. But they say this virus is going to go on for 2 more years. So Trudeau may have to give a bigger package to the Canadians. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj.
I will. Quick.
Raghupati Das is, I think, is there.
Okay, Raghupati, yes, we were waiting for Raghupati Prabhu from United Kingdom, UK. Please unmute yourself. Turn your video on too.
I think we have to go a little fast.
Kṛṣṇa, Dhanvat Pranam, Guru Maharaj.
Raghupati, I'm happy to see you. I'm in your house.
See you, Guru Maharaj.
I'm sitting in your house.
Thank you.
Okay, I can see your house.
I've been coming to the UK for 10 years, so devotees are so happy to see you in their houses.
Well,
I just wanted to request you to for a message to the UK devotees who haven't seen you for almost 10 years.
I got your letter 2 days ago, I think. Well, the message
I've seen your reply, yes, Guru Maharaj.
The message is the same for everyone. Chant, read, associate, and serve in the temple or wherever you can. Stay out of Maya. You can see the Maya is very strong everywhere. Basically, you can see in UK how the virus has created havoc, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, Guru Maharaj, it has.
There's nothing to eat, and things are going to get worse in Kali Yuga. So what can you do? The sincere will take to Krishna consciousness more easily.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nama Kirti Mataji from New Vrindavan. Can you please unmute yourself and ask question?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my obeisances.
How are you?
I'm good, Maharaj.
I'm also in your house now.
Yes, Maharaj, thank you.
In New Vrindavan.
In New Vrindavan, yes, Maharaj.
You are doing okay?
Ji Guru Maharaj, I'm doing okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, my question is, in this challenging situation, what shall we pray to their lordships?
As you always pray to give us pure devotional service and prevent us from falling in Maya. The virus is a big challenge, and in some way the challenge is getting stronger day by day. So we have to be more Krishna conscious and depend on Krishna. You can expect anything now. At least I never expected something as severe as the virus. But it came. You can expect the worst. And if you're Krishna conscious, you'll be protected at all times.
Ji Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Next.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Mathura Nath Prabhu, he was in UK, now he's in Jammu, India, and he's asking question. how can we overcome the challenge in our preaching when devotees show competitiveness and envious attitude? This is from Mathurana.
Is he on the screen?
We tried, Guru Maharaj. Srila Krishna Prabhu just said that ask question on his behalf.
You see?
I am a panelist, please.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances.
Where are you in Jammu? In Jammu? Are you in Jammu now?
Yes, Maharaj, I am in Jammu.
Okay. What's your question?
Yeah. Maharaj, I'm saying, when we start preaching, then, how can we overcome the challenges in our preaching when the devotees show, kind of competitive and envious attitude?
You see, we may think he's envious, but we may not be envious. We are misreading. And in the 9th canto it says, anyone who hears the passion of the Lord Ram from the Bhagavatam will get rid of envy. Okay? Encourage the other devotee to read the Bhagavatam 9th canto. And then it says, by reading you'll get rid of envy. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Next.
Leela Nandani Mataji, can you please unmute yourself?
Maharaj, remember this is Vijay Damodar Das and Leela Nandani.
Yes, I got your scorecard. I got your scorecard a few days ago.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Maharaj, you're getting all the scorecards from Leela Nandani. Shall I also start sending something which you receive?
It's your wish. You all are doing okay? Any questions?
Yeah, we are good. We are good.
You in San Jose? Any questions?
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, one thing is that
am I in your garden?
No, it's background is changed by software.
Oh, background is changed.
By software.
Okay, good. Yes, ask the question.
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, I had a question. So before this whole situation started, I was actually wanting to stay at home because I was staying at home earlier, working from home, and then I was forced to go to office over the last 1 year. And now I'm feeling guilty because should I be praying to stay at home because it is really convenient because I save 3 hours every day for driving, but then I also feel guilty because if I'm praying to the Lord to allow me to stay home, which means the situation may continue. And so I don't know which way to go.
Yes.
I'm getting more time to go.
Yes, pray to the Lord. You may be engaged in devotional service, and let the Lord direct what's best for you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for visiting us this way.
Where are your boys?
Both of them are sleeping. They are sleeping. I tried to wake them
Oh,
up.
what time is it San Jose now?
7:20, 7:26.
When is it home? AM or PM? AM.
AM, Guru Maharaj.
Tell them to get up a little earlier.
Yes, Maharaj. They actually do night aarti now, so I have delegated that to them.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Shama. Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shama Priya Mataji. Can you come online?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. So wonderful to see you.
Happy to see you. You got my letter. You got my letter, no?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I did. I was really happy to receive it. Thank you so much.
Is your husband in the background?
Yes.
Krishna Maharaj, Guru Maharaj. So nice to see you.
So nice to see you.
We haven't seen you for 10 years. Guru
I
Maharaj.
haven't been to England for 10 years.
We'd like you to come again, Guru Maharaj. It'd be so nice.
Yeah, let's see what the virus says.
Yeah.
You're looking very well, Guru Maharaj.
Well, so any questions I can answer?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. I just wanted to know, what does chastity of a devotee mean, and how does the Lord test, or why does He test the chastity of a devotee, especially at the times of calamity, like at the present time?
Well, the calamity that you're seeing at the present time is a result of too much sinful activities on the planet. And Prabhupada often said, if we kill innocent cows, kill innocent animals, there'll be reaction. So the material world is full of sinful activities. So what can you do? The best thing you can do is make the best use of a bad bargain. Be as Krishna conscious as you can. And that's all. Right now, of course, this coronavirus is a little too powerful, they say. The most dangerous virus ever. So just take precautions and serve the Lord. These are your children over here?
Yes, Sir Krishna. Radhika Priya is here and Prahlad, come forward. Prahlad is here. They've all grown up a bit.
They've grown up a lot. They've grown up a lot since I last came to your house.
Prahlad is in university and Radhika is still in the last year of school.
And they're chanting also? They both chant?
Yes, Sir Krishna. She wakes up early to chant. Prahlad has his own time for chanting.
Early to bed. Early to bed, early to rise. Keeps one healthy, wealthy and wise. Okay, Hare Krishna. Let's go on.
Vanti Deva Prabhu from Seattle, USA. Can you please unmute yourself and ask question? Vanti Deva Prabhu. Well, okay.
You can ask Brajapati Prabhu is from LA. Is there? Yeah. Brajapati Prabhu, please unmute.
Brajapati was with me in Kenya a few months ago.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept our obeisances. All those to Srila Gopal.
Nice to see you and your wife.
Yes, Maharaj.
Did you enjoy your trip to Kenya?
Yes, Maharaj. It was very. I'd say it was a good chance because I was able to serve you because I know you're not coming to America this time. So luckily, I made you.
Well, if the virus is under control, then I will. If it's not controlled, then I don't want to take a risk.
Correct, Maharaj. Maharaj, my question is ISKCON has the message today through the Bhagavad Gita, but I have not seen you mention about preaching in your lecture. I have not seen anything from ISKCON, either from the GBC or from the executive in news channels like CNN or across America where the message can be broadcast during this time. Is this something that is coming, Maharaj? There is a reason that leadership is not preaching on a very strong front when we have the right message.
Which virus are you talking about?
You know, about the coronavirus because...
Well, no, Anuttama Prabhu, our communication director, he has been very active. He has made many speeches. We have given official statements. When the media asks us, we give answers. Well, what else can you do?
Just that, Maharaj, we have not seen that across any of the news channels or, I saw some information about the Pope saying certain things, but on ISKCON, I may be wrong, but we have not seen, it's not like in America where the message is required, because that can really help in the preaching. But I've not seen any consultant. But I was speaking with Srila Prabhu, the temple president, and he said it may be that it has to be individuals who have to do that. But I was just trying to see what the GBC.
You should get in touch with Anuttam, and he will tell you what they're doing.
Thank you, Master.
I will. I'm in your house right now.
Sita Mataji from Florida. There, Sita Mataji, can you unmute and ask question?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisance.
Nice to see you.
Go sit there.
You're in America. You're in America or Russia?
I'm in America now.
Okay.
I have a question, Guru Maharaj.
Sit yourself.
Prabhu, everyone you need to mute yourself. Let me mute.
Who am I speaking to now?
Guru Maharaj, I have a question.
Yes.
Thanks to your mercy, now I have service at the temple. I serve Tulsi Maharani. I serve deities. I'm Pujari now, and during this time, and I want to ask you, like right now in the class, you mentioned that while serving, we have this happiness in our hearts, and we like devotees are happy, but I can feel this happiness when I'm serving at the altar, when I'm serving Tulsi at the temple, but when I go back home and face those other problems, this happiness goes away. So Guru Maharaj,
so
how can I maintain this happiness all the time?
So don't go home, stay in the altar all the time. So you won't feel sad.
Husband will not be happy.
Anyway, do the best you can. If you keep chanting all the time, you'll be happy.
Rohini Nandan Prabhu, now you can unmute yourself and ask question. You were online just a minute ago. Rohini Nandan Prabhu.
He's from New Orleans.
Yes. I don't know what happened. He was just online, Guru Maharaj. Rohini Nandan Prabhu.
Okay, let's go on to the next.
Go to the next one.
Rameshwar Mohan Prabhu, you can please unmute yourself and ask question from Dallas.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Hi,
Pranam. Please accept our
how are you?
Guru Maharaj.
You all are in Dallas?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. You're chanting your rounds properly? Regular.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
And you'll go to the Dallas temple?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. In this time also, because of your mercy, we are having services, cooking and dressing. So,
You all were in Detroit before, no?
yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
Krishna Prabhu, we were there.
Any questions?
Guru Maharaj, now these days, because we are taking online classes for kids, earlier I was taking at home, but then we shifted to online, and there is a big group of the Sangha where we are taking classes. But then now my question is, Guru Maharaj, this, I don't know, I might be wrong, but this feels like the real normal, wherein we are getting more time for devotional service, and we are guiding kids in the devotional service and listening to classes. So will it be hard for us to go back when everything works normal, and how do we get accustomed to when everything gets so-called normal in this world again? Now there are so many things to do, and then finally it will become again, go back to office and go back to
Right now, you want to go back to office, but when you go back to office, you'll say, I want to stay in the temple. So, in the material world, no one is happy. But do the best you can, chant around. Okay. So I'm glad you're active in it. Okay.
Lalita Priya Mataji from Toronto, can you please unmute yourself and ask question? Mataji, you've been waiting, I know. Lalita Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance.
How's your leg?
It's better, Maharaj. Thank you for remembering.
You can walk easily now?
Yes, Maharaj. It's a lot of improvement. I can walk without a cane. Recently, I've left my cane and I can walk properly by Krishna's mercy and your blessings.
Okay.
Thank you for asking, Maharaj. I have a question in just 3 parts in it. Can I ask the question, Maharaj?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is about fear factor. I mean, should we have fear of God? And I mean, I know fear of material existence is a fear, but is it a good thing to have fear of God? Is it a necessary fear? And is it something we are carrying from our previous lives? And the third part of the question is, if it is not necessary, how to get rid of it? Even though we are chanting and doing sadhana bhakti, not to the perfect level, aspiring to be a devotee and chanting regularly, still seems to be there is a lot of fear of fear of getting the infection, fear of driving, fear of accidents, fear of somebody hitting us.
Govindas Kaviraj, it says, Bhaja Hare Manashi Nanda Nandana Abhay Charana Ravindare. My dear mind, you're always full of fear. So take shelter in Son of Mahananda. So to have fear is nothing unusual. Everybody has fear. But if you take shelter of Krishna, then that fear will become less. Okay.
Gopal Hari Prabhu, Gopal Hari Prabhu from Boise, now who is in Indiana. Can you please unmute yourself and ask a question? Gopal Hari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances.
Nice.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Am I in your house right now?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
I'm going to everyone's home. 50 homes in 1 hour. Okay.
Thank you for coming, Guru Maharaj.
How's your center doing?
Right now, everything is closed, but we're having classes online via Zoom. We're having meetings and classes via Zoom. And we invite various devotees to give lectures.
I met one or two of the ladies from your center in Pune recently. Am I right?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Mataji.
I was in Pune about 6 weeks ago, and they came and met me. And I met your wife in Delhi temple, I think. You're okay now?
Yes, Maharaj, I'm doing okay, yeah.
Actually, she's expecting in June, Guru Maharaj.
I know that.
Your blessings.
Okay. You should read that.
Guru Maharaj, we also had a...
Yeah.
We also had a question. I was asking the devotees, do they pray to the Lord for good health and for protection of their life, or is that a material desire?
No, you're using your life to serve the Lord, so that's okay. I mean, you won't pray to the Lord to give you good health or more sense enjoyment. But if you pray to the Lord for health, good health, so you can serve the Lord, then it's okay. How did you? Go on.
Kadamba Priya Prabhu from Montreal. You can unmute yourself and ask question, please.
Krishna Guru Maharaj, thank you, Jagannath Priya Prabhu, for giving us the opportunity.
Where are you, in Halifax?
Maharaj, we are in Fredericton right now,
Okay.
and we are running a small center here.
Okay. Okay. You finished your PhD? You finished?
Finished PhD in 2018, Maharaj.
Okay.
Maharaj, we have a question. Actually, like somebody, we have been giving classes here at our center, and when we were giving class, so in one of the pastimes of the Supreme Lord in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, 19th chapter and 38th verse, the killing of demon Hiranyakashipu. And over there at the last, like it said, like on the one who listens to it at the last moment of his life, it's transferred to the supreme abode of the Lord. So Guru Maharaj's question is like it's for the neophyte people who are coming, and if they feel that yes, we have heard this pastime, so we can be directly transferred to the abode, supreme abode. So why do we need to come again? Why do we need to chant? So what shall we reply to them? Like, and also like in many glorification of Ekadashi, it's written like whosoever even reads the glorification of Ekadashi, they will be transferred to the supreme abode. In that case, Guru Maharaj, how shall we answer and what we should
tell them that just to encourage them to come on the spiritual path. But it doesn't mean you just read the Ekadashi story and you got your ticket back to Godhead. That's just the beginning. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Ankur Prabhu from Connecticut. I know you had sent me a message long time ago. Ankur Prabhu from Connecticut. Can you unmute and ask your question?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for giving us your association.
Okay, I'm in your house now.
Yes, thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
Okay.
You can make it to Connecticut if the situation improves.
Well, I made it. I'm there right now.
Physically, Maharaj.
That's physically, I'm right there. Okay. And let's see what happens with the virus. You're chanting around?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
I had a question. Sometimes while chanting the rounds, if we are left with a few rounds towards the end of the day, and sometimes the propensity is to finish the rounds even though mechanically on the same day. So is it better to finish all of the 16 rounds even though mechanically on the same day?
Yes.
Or is it okay if you chant them the next day but attentively?
Chant them, finish them the next same day. Because once you get into the habit of carrying over rounds, that habit will never end. So even though you think it's mechanical, do it every day.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
Hare Krishna.
Prasannatma Prabhu from Montreal.
oh, Prasannatma is there too.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. I guess he's having audio issues.
We can go on to the next.
Yes. Rasnath Prabhu, Rasnath Govind Prabhu, and Shama Lalita Mataji, please. Can you unmute yourself and ask question?
Yes, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the wonderful class. Guru Maharaj, the question I had was, I was reading that big coffee book that had your glories and your teachings. In one of that, you mentioned to one of your disciples that I have taken the responsibility of taking you back home, back to Godhead. So how do we understand that? And does the spiritual master have to come back if the disciples don't make it in one lifetime?
Well, taking responsibility means that I'm giving you the pure message of Prabhupada and the Acharyas as it is. You follow? But obviously, the candidate has to comply with the instructions to make spiritual advancement. Responsibility doesn't mean it's one way. It has to be two ways. You're in Houston now?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
I got a letter now. Was that from your wife?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. She is also here.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The letter was from you, isn't it?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. You all should write where you're writing from. Then it becomes easier for me to understand. You all should write the city you're writing from.
Yes, sure, Maharaj.
Okay.
Maharaj, there was a second part to the question also, that the spiritual master has to come back for the disciple if even though they tried and they couldn't make it in the lifetime?
Krishna makes the final decision. But the spiritual master tries his best to give you the pure instructions. Are you all active in the Houston temple? Are you all active in the temple there?
Yes, Maharaj, we are doing services as and when we are asked, and like whatever services we are asked to do, we do, Maharaj.
Okay.
Once it goes on, we'll be more active.
Okay. Well,
Gopal Krishna Prabhu from London, can you please unmute yourself and ask question? Gopal Krishna Prabhu.
he was in that room.
My question is...
I can't see you. Oh, no, now I can see you. Seeing you after a long time.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. So happy to have you in a beautiful way in our home. As
Yeah.
are missing you.
I've been to all your, I'm going to about 50, 60, 70 homes today. I'm visiting many homes today. So what are you doing in England now?
I am working now. I'm working here for the council here in Brisbane. But now, yes, we are sitting at home. And yes, we are not that active.
You still have those relatives in Delhi?
Sorry, Guru Maharaj?
I can't see you. You still have relatives in Delhi?
Yes, Maharaj. My brother who got initiated is in Dubai and he's very active. The whole family chanting rounds and they're connected every Friday. They go like they used to go when it was okay. Dubai Center. And I stay very close to Bhaktivinoda Manor here, and we are very nicely connected with the Bhakti Vriksha devotees. and the brahmacharis here.
I'm happy. Keep in touch.
Yes, yes, Radhika Mataji came, so yes, I was with her, and I sent a message that we're missing you, your association.
She gave me your message. She gave me your message, and your wife was. Your wife is okay?
My wife she is also expecting in July, and we need your blessings so that we always serve the Prabhupada.
Read the third canto of the Bhagavatam.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
My small question is, if we pray to the Lord that we're not able to go to the temple and we're physically not able to serve and see the devotees, and we pray that Krishna, if we can just improve the situation and we can serve physically, going, cooking, serving, and also, is this a material desire, or like is it okay to pray to the Lord? That
no, if you desire to serve the Lord, then it's okay. Okay.
Thank you once again.
Keep in touch. Next.
Somebody
No, she already asked for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Vrindanath Prabhu from Detroit, can you please unmute yourself and ask a question? Vrindanath Prabhu.
You want for General Morgan. No.
You can take Prashanatma Prabhu from Montreal. Is that possible? You can come online again? Balimadan Prabhu, who else had it? Prashanatma Prabhu, I don't think he has. And Rohini Nanda Prabhu also, he has audio problem.
Yeah, so that's okay. So I think Divyananda Prabhu wants to just go ahead. And my request to Guru Maharaj is that last couple of minutes, Guru Maharaj, everybody I can unmute and chant together, so that there will be at least 1 or 2 minutes.
Well, I'll stay on for the questions.
Divyanand Prabhu from San Jose then. Divyanand Prabhu from San Jose.
Divyanand from Washington.
San Jose. No, San Jose.
Divyanand, you can unmute yourself. Divyanand. Maybe Krupali Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. It was so good to see you.
How are
Thank you,
you?
Maharaj, for giving your time for us.
Well, you have to thank the devotees who organized it.
Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, we have a question. In the lecture, you mentioned about approaching senior devotees for guidance. Maharaj, how do we identify that so that we can approach the senior devotees for guidance in our spiritual life?
Well, you can see they're chanting, they're transparent, they practice what they speak. You can see by you can observe and see who looks more advanced. And usually, senior devotees are easily identifiable. It's not that but they should practice what they preach. Where are you now? Which city?
San Jose, Maharaj, Fremont.
Okay.
So Jagannath Prabhu from Boise, there is devotee Sundari Radhika Mataji. See.
Okay, sure.
Can you go ahead, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Nice to see you. Nice to see a whole family there in Boise.
Thank you for your blessings, Maharaj, and your darshan and class. We also attended your Delhi classes also. It was very nice.
Which class? Oh, Delhi.
In Delhi, I think Ghaziabad was the thing we went to on that day, virtually.
We have a class almost every day.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. So Maharaj, I have a question. When situations like this, with a big calamity, it seems even the pious souls in the devotees also get impacted, not just the sinful people. So how do we explain this to people that when they ask why are devotees suffering, why are they getting impacted?
You mean why are devotees getting this virus?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, some of them even died. So how do we see this and how do we understand and explain to people?
Well, one thing is, even devotees are bound by the laws of karma. And just because I'm a devotee doesn't mean I won't get old, I won't get sick, I won't die. But the difference is, if a devotee passes through, he has engaged his life in service of the Lord. So all that comes to his rescue. The devotee's life is not a failure. Devotee or non-devotee, we all have to give up this body today or tomorrow. The one who is prepared is protected, and he's able to leave the body in a favorable environment. That's the deal.
Thank you very much.
You are okay?
Yes, Maharaj, please give us your blessings.
Yeah, I hope you are going to the temple regularly.
No, Maharaj, the temple is closed.
Oh, I forgot. The temple is fully closed?
Yes, Maharaj. Couple of devotees, paid pujaris are working, but the rest no.
What to do? It's very sad.
Yes, Maharaj.
It's Kali Yuga. So I can't understand why they're targeting the religious places first. I mean, in the virus, the first attack is coming on the religious places. The temples, churches, mosques, they all were closed down.
Yes, Maharaj. And here there are protests for things to open. They are going into the Capitol building with guns, saying, open the city.
They're going with guns?
Yes, Maharaj. Because they are allowed, arms are allowed, so some of them, they go with their guns. And it's happening across the United States in different places.
These are loyal Trump followers. Because Trump is pushing for reopening the cities and the economy.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Well,
thank you very much for your time.
So, I think Vrindavan Priya Prabhu, one question from our Vrindavan Priya Prabhu, can you go ahead?
Yeah, so Venkat Chaitanya Prabhu from Detroit.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, nice to see you at our home now in Detroit.
Am I in your house? Am I sitting in your house now?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, it's so nice to see you after a long time.
And I can see your daughter behind you.
Yeah, she's right here. Yeah.
I can see her. How are you doing?
We're all doing very well, Guru Maharaj. No, unfortunately, things are not good outside, but we are doing really well. Thank you for your blessings.
Well, I may be going to Bangalore the next few days.
Well, that's nice, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
Well, they won't have a class. Yes. Any questions?
Guru Maharaj, thank you so much for such a privilege for this direct interaction. I have a question relevant to work. So we both being in healthcare profession, this is a place where there is so much of a crisis right now, physical, mental and emotional. As you know, devotees, we try to balance things. We try to prioritize Krishna conscious sadhana first and then family and then work. In our day-to-day life, we deal with a lot of physical, mental and emotional stresses. By your grace, actually, we are able to deal with it reasonably well. My day-to-day challenge is to prioritize. The 7 to 8 hour schedule for the sadhana is reasonably good, but whatever time is spent at work, there is a whole lot of challenges to understand what should be the right step in my role to serve my duties in different roles, like whether it's for patients or for my family, and in my duties towards Krishna consciousness. So one aspect I see, we are constantly with people that are in Maya, like in the form of physician community, and they keep posting different things. So one option is to accept things as they come in the lines of simple life, simple living, and high thinking. The other line is also to come out of our comfort zone and endeavor to do our best for our sustainability during this crisis, so we can continue our services in Krishna consciousness. So I have a constant confusion as to which of these two sides is actually in Maya, which of my thoughts is in Krishna conscious alignment. How do I resolve this?
You asked many questions in one question. So, no.
We had a short time, so we had to
No,
use
I'm just going to rely on memory. Basically, what you really want to know, you have various options. You have to look after your family, you have to look after your business, you're a doctor, so naturally you have to look after patients. And what should be your priority, am I right? And you practice Krishna consciousness. So practicing Krishna consciousness is a priority. And in your situation, you can do all three. You have time for practicing Krishna consciousness. You have a nice altar at home. You do your devotional practices at home. And also do your professional work. Even in your work, you should be professional, because other people will lose faith in you as a doctor. Am I right?
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. I got my answer. Thank you so much.
How's your husband? Is he okay?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm doing well. Everything is nice. I'm still going to work, so I have to physically go to work. I cannot do Zoom medicine anymore from my.
Well, now the doctors are evaluating patients on not Zoom.
Telemedicine, Guru Maharaj. I'm doing that, but he has to go to work, Guru Maharaj. He has a hands-on specialty, so he has to go.
Anyway, you have to do what you have to do. You have to do.
Vrindavan Priya from Silicon Valley. Vrindavan Priya Prabhu.
He's in Detroit. He's in Washington. They have 10,000 miles more.
Vrindavan Priya Prabhu from Silicon Valley. Okay, I guess then we'll take Vrindanath Prabhu from Detroit. Vrindanath Prabhu from Detroit, please.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. All great Srila Prabhupada.
How are you?
All great people. Guru Maharaj,
I read your letter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Maharaj, I had a question. I was asked this question actually by one of the devotees in one of the recent class I was giving. So, as we say, Krishna is in charge of everything. Krishna is in control of his Maya Shakti. When we see some of the things happening in this world, how to make sense of such situation. So, for example, all the world is suffering from this coronavirus situation. But in India, on top of this coronavirus situation, there are many other humanity problems. And recently, a few days back, there was some brutal murder of few sadhus. So, how to make sense of such kind of situation? And when we understand that Krishna is in full control, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Maya Dakshena Prakriti. How to understand that situation and how to make others understand that sort of situation.
See, Krishna is in control, but Krishna has also given us freedom how to act. Now, some sadhus got murdered. That was misuse of their power by those who murdered them. It was very sinful. They should not have done that. And they'll get a reaction for that. So what's your question?
So, question was on part of the sadhus. So, on part of people who murdered those sadhus, yes, that is very sinful.
They're criminals. The sadhus were innocent, but they were attacked by some criminal type people. That was wrong. Murder is wrong. And Prabhupada used to say, if somebody is murdered, the murderer should be hanged. Otherwise he has to take on the suffering many times more. So Kali Yuga, these things happen, but we can't blame Krishna for it. Krishna has given all of us freedom. Is that your question?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. One, since it's not blaming on Krishna, but on part of the sadhus, like why they had to go through those sort of situation. That is when people become bewildered by that kind of hearing about that sort of situation.
Well, people should know that in Kali Yuga we tend to misuse our position. Krishna has given all of us freedom. Just like the government has given you freedom how to act. If you act in a certain way, no one tells you anything. If you act in a certain way, you become liable for punishment. So, misuse of our independence. Okay?
Prasanatma Prabhu from Montreal, I think your video and audio should be fine now. Can you please unmute and ask question? Prasanatma from Montreal.
No.
Okay. Vrindavan Priya Prabhu from Silicon Valley, then I think you're back on. Can you please ask question? Vrindavan Priya Prabhu. Oh, okay. Okay, then how about Madhu Krishna Prabhu from Detroit? Can you please unmute yourself and ask question?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, and well pronounced.
How is your preaching going? Your family is okay?
We're all here, yes.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
I can visualize your house.
Yeah, same place.
You're treating a lot of dentists now?
Yeah, we're working, not so much, but I'm still in the office once a week.
Yeah, it's so funny. I had a small dental problem, and for the last 2 months, all the dentists in India had to shut their shop.
Oh wow!
So it's so funny. I mean, yesterday they managed to find a dentist who was supposed to be closed, but we opened it to help me out. So
yes, we're also struggling with that. Patients want to see us, but we can't stay open. They're not allowing us to be open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same issue.
They say that the dentists and the ENT doctors are the closest to the virus spreading. So therefore,
we're unfortunately in a difficult situation, but we have to serve our patients. So we have protection. We wear masks. We wear different outfits to protect us.
These days they say better not to see any doctor because the doctors are getting infected also.
Yeah, but so far we're all okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. My question is, so in this time, we're doing lots of Zoom for our classes, our Bhakti Vrikshas, and they're being actually enjoyed by many people. So much so that the fear is that once we're back to normal, people will want to continue with this Zoom format instead of doing face-to-face format.
I think people will go back to
maintain Zoom format, or
I think people want personal association. Zoom is almost close to that. I think Zoom helps you expand the preaching. I think there'll be room for both. Some programs you may do in your house, like you were doing, and some you may do outside the house. Let's wait and see. Let the virus come in control first. Am I right?
Thank you very much.
They say that it's going to take 2 more years to control the virus.
So they say. Yeah. Hopefully soon, March.
Well, I agree with you. Let's go on.
Hare Krishna.
Balinardhan Prabhu is Vrindavan Priya from Silicon Valley. Is he available?
No, I think Shyam Bhakta Prabhu, can you unmute yourself? Shyam Bhakta?
Yeah.
Okay, Vrindavan go, other San Shambhakta.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Yes. How are you?
Doing very good. We are doing good, Maharaj, with your blessings. We are able to continue our Zoom classes for Little Krishna kids every week. We have a question like Balmardhan Prabhu did bring Gaurandita deities from for us because of coronavirus. We couldn't bring them. Take your blessings, Maharaj. So
Sure, you can install Gaurandita at home. No problem.
yeah, we want the installation to happen. We want your blessings, Maharaj.
Speak to Balimadan. I think I came to your house last year, no?
Yes, Maharaj.
On the
Yes,
way
we are
to-
blessed with that, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
And you have come today also, Maharaj. We are really blessed.
Work on the quality of chanting. Okay.
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you, Maharaj.
Rohini Nandan Prabhu, I know you've been trying. Is it possible you can unmute? I guess you're having technical difficulties. Rohini Nandan Prabhu?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Oh, that's Rohini Nandan. I saw
Hare
you.
Krishna Maharaj. Yes, sir, most of the business.
I saw you on the, no, I saw you on the screen about half an hour ago, and then you disappeared. Where are you in New Orleans?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. All the devotees are requesting here to ask you, Guru Maharaj, when are you coming to New Orleans?
Let's see when I don't know if I'm coming to America again. Let's see what happens.
Please, Guru Maharaj.
You're giving a big beard
And
now.
Guru Maharaj, I have some problem on my cheeks, Maharaj. That's why.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Guru Maharaj, there's two incidents we hear from Srimad Bhagavatam. One is when Brahmaji stole Gokumaras when Krishna was in the pasturing ground with his cows, and the other one when Indra, when he did the raiding in Vrindavan. In one incident, Brahmaji stole all the Gokumars, and other incident when Indra brought all the Gokumars under one roof. So how should we take this coronavirus? That he took the association of devotees separated, or should we see that coronavirus brought all the devotees together? How should we see that, Guru Maharaj?
I think these are not comparable examples. The coronavirus is a result of the laws of karma. According to the karma, we're getting different types of distress. When Brahma stole the cows, he wanted to test Krishna. And he tested it by stealing his cows. And then he saw Krishna expanded. So that's different. I would not compare that to coronavirus.
Okay, God.
Okay.
And also, Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, I want to show my altar which Bhakti Chara Maharaj gave me when he came to our house.
Okay. Sure. I spoke to Bhakti Chara Goswami yesterday.
You need to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice altar.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Bhakti Chara Maharaj used to come to our house for last 4 or 5 years. Then he gave us this altar. We purchased. It came from Ujjain.
Very nice. So you worship the deities every day?
Every single day. And this is my wife, Anandini Devi Dasi.
Yeah.
She is Bhakti Chara Maharaj's disciple.
I know that. So you're happy there?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
You're from South Africa, no?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yes.
Well, when I come to Atlanta, you never come there. But
I came once, Guru Maharaj, but when you come June, July, I was in India all 3 years.
now I don't know whether the virus will come anymore. When you come to India,
Because this is the only
When you come to India,
Sorry, Guru Maharaj?
when you come to India, you can see me.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. We come only in June, July to India.
Okay.
That's the only time we get time.
Radhika Kishori Mataji from Los Angeles. Can you please unmute yourself? Radhika Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Oh, how are you doing?
Good Maharaj. We are doing good.
Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam from my entire family, my sister, brother-in-law, my father and mother. Everyone was watching you on now.
How are they doing in Bombay?
Everyone is doing
In Bombay, they're very high. Very. How are you doing? Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. We are doing good.
Are you going to stay on in Los Angeles, or are you going to come back to India?
We have got approval for our visa.
By your blessings, we got an approval
This week.
this week.
Let's see now, whatever by your blessings and by Krishna's blessings, whatever happens.
I told you I can even stay and serve you. You chant your rounds nicely and keep in touch. Your sister is still in Bombay now. I meet your father all the time.
Yeah.
He does a lot of book distribution now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prabhuji, the Rukmini Mataji and Pradyumna is there on the call. They can also. They are from LA.
They're from LA too.
Maharaj, I had one question. I read Bhagavad Gita with my doctor friend every day, who's a devotee. He shares with me like doctors in his own circle, they are dying, being healthy, they are literally dying without any medical record. So there is lot of fear in that, and anytime they are on the front line, death can come. So what encouraging message we can give them?
But doctors are not well protected in America.
No, Maharaj. He told me literally only a small mask they are getting. They are not getting.
They're not getting gloves. I went to a dentist. They are not getting gloves and all that.
No, Maharaj. Many hospitals are running short of the supplies. That's what he showed me.
Yes, that's what I also heard. They didn't expect so many patients to come. Pradyumna.
Yes.
Why?
It is. He's come here.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, we shall all praises or glories to you.
I'm happy to see you. I'm
Good
happy.
morning in America.
I'm inside your house now.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
I'm inside your house.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for being with us always. You're always with me in my heart and in our house. And I will listen to you everywhere when you in the Facebook,
Okay.
from Delhi and other places.
You're chanting around now regularly?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yes, Guru Maharaj.
You're working in the same place?
No, I stopped working now. No more work.
Okay.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
And how are
Gopal
you?
Krishna has your plans for me in future.
How's your wife?
He's good.
Please accept my humble obeisances at your feet, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So nice you've come to our homes to bless us all.
You should thank Zoom technology.
Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath.
So you're chanting everything?
Yes, Guru
Yes,
Maharaj.
Guru Maharaj.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Nice.
Krishna.
All glories to you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Next.
Balimardan Prabhu, who was waiting?
I think Vrindavan Priya is there, then maybe this is the last call. So in case you wanted to say Hare Krishna to Mahan. Go ahead.
He's on mute.
Speak.
He's on mute. I should not.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Yeah, I think his microphone is muted.
So,
And Krupali Mataji has sent one question from North Carolina. So Ananda is going to read. Can you read?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, there are two aspiring devotees from you here. Anuradha Mataji is saying her humble obeisances to you, and also Gopali. She used to be here. She moved to North Carolina now because she got a job there.
Who are
So
you
she has
talking?
a couple of questions.
Who
One is,
are you talking about?
Krupali Guru Maharaj, she took shelter last year from you from Baroda, Gujarat. She was here in San Jose.
Okay.
And now she has moved to North Carolina because she got a job there. She lost her job here. So she's asking that when she didn't have a job, she was able to do a lot of services, but now she's not able to do that much. So she was asking how to balance her material and spiritual life, as well as how to keep her enthusiasm and hunger for Krishna all the
She should be more determined. Krishna gave her a job, so at least she should do her rounds. She should chant her rounds regularly.
Yes. Okay, Maharaj.
Is she
They
on the-
are on the call, so she's able to hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Jagannath Priya Prabhuji. I think
I think we
we are
can.
good. So,
Bhakti thank you. We'll be in touch.
thank you, Guru Maharaj. So, can you chant 2-3 minutes, Guru Maharaj? Because I want to unmute everybody, chant with you, so that those who are not able to speak, you can at least now. I'm unmuting everyone, so please chant along with Guru Maharaj.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna. Yeah,
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, back to you now. Maybe we can keep final one. And also just like to inform you, Guru Maharaj, that we are from BBT and the Bhadra campaign also conducting a session for the Srimad Bhagavatam distribution in the entire North America, and Vaishnav Maharaj and Janardhan Maharaj and Giriraj Maharaj, Srila Prabhu, everyone also will be promoting the Srimad Bhagavatam classes as well as Srimad Bhagavatam distribution. Please place your this one, Guru Maharaj, so that PPT, because our cell is down, so that we wanted to make sure online cell we do. Requesting devotees, and please shower your blessing so that I can convey to Vaishnav Prabhu, who is the BBT trustee in Silicon Valley.
Actually, I try to push Bhagavatam sets wherever I go. Last year, I did that wherever I traveled in North America. And most of the devotees who you saw have taken pledges last year and before that. So, Vaishnav, of course, is our enthusiastic leader, and I have great respect for him. So, what do you want to do now? You want to try and sell some books to those who are here? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, if anyone like to, those devotees don't have any Srimad Bhagavatam, they can contact me or Jagannath Priya Prabhu. We can help them out to
Because
get
last few years, whenever I went to any temple in Canada and America, I always promoted the sets. You follow?
Some we also have
Yeah.
Sorry, we also have ebooks available, Guru Maharaj, for the Bhagavatam and everything. So those are available, and we can actually ship it to everyone by e-line.
So you can inform the audience.
$60 for the Bhagavatam, Maharaj.
Yeah, well, I told Vaishnav we do the Bhagavatam in India also. But this year things in India are so uncertain, it's hard to predict anything. If you want to promote, you can do it. Let these people know.
Yeah, sure, Guru Maharaj. So we can, I don't want to take time here, but we'll offline. But just wanted to share this one. So I post it in our WhatsApp group so people can join. So please give your last Jagannath Prabhu, anything you wanted to share?
Well, Prasanatma Prabhu from Montreal was asking Guru Maharaj, what can we, under current situation, what can we do to serve you? He's been waiting patiently. Somehow he could not come online. Some technical issues.
Can you get him online now?
I've been asking, I've been trying. I see him, but somehow he's not able to
Okay,
unmute himself from Montreal.
tell him to just go
I'm
on.
online now, Maharaj.
Prasanatma.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm online.
How are,
Krishna Maharaj, please accept obeisances over to Shobhan.
how are you
We are
doing?
so fortunate that you have opportunity to have your darshan, Maharaj. All glory to you.
I'm very happy to see you.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
How is your translation? How is your translation work going on?
It's going on, Maharaj.
Okay.
To publish soon in Cambodia.
So keep serving in Montreal Temple also.
Thank you, Maharaj. Now it's closed, Temple Manshar.
Yeah. But the pujaris are allowed to go in, no?
Yeah. We go almost all the time by the puga for the temple.
So any questions, Prasanatma?
Yeah. We expect to serve you, Maharaj, in the coming June and July. And now, because of the situation,
I'm not sure.
Can the temple, how can the devotee in Montreal serve you, Maharaj, in this moment?
I'm not sure if I'll be coming to America in June, July. Because unless the virus is clear, I don't want to come.
Yes, Maharaj. That is why my question is how we can serve you, Maharaj.
Just chant the holy name and look after the deities, Radha Manohar. I'll be happy.
Yeah, thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for your darshan, Maharaj.
I will.
Guru Maharaj, Lokeshwar Krishna Prabhu from London also, he would like to say.
Sure.
Go ahead, Prabhu. Lokeshwar Krishna Prabhu.
You want? Well, I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Guru Maharaj, there's so many devotees. We're trying to get everyone in, but...
Please explain.
Yes, Lokeshwar. How are you?
Guru Maharaj, by your mercy, we are all good.
I'm in your house now. I see your daughter and son behind you.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. By your blessing, Guru Maharaj, they are doing well. We are taking full advantage of quarantine, reading Bhagavatam, having a lot of bhajan, and the kids are spending good time.
Because of quarantine, in your office is all locked up?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm working from home, Guru Maharaj. So throughout this year, I'm going to work from home.
That's going to be the new trend.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Till another
bank has only 25% of the capacity overall. Even if the office will open, because of the social distancing, they can only accommodate 25% of the total employees.
Well, that's what they're going to do in India too now. I was with a devotee who works for Airtel. He said Airtel wants half the employees to work from home. Your chanting is going on okay?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, by your mercy, Guru Maharaj. All good.
I'm happy. So this is a good idea of organizing this conference.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. And thanks for spending time with us, Guru Maharaj. It was a wonderful lecture and question answers. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'm sorry, there's so many devotees we could not get you in. Hopefully next time.
I can take on a few more if you want.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Jagannath Prabhu, this Vrindavan Vedas. I couldn't ask earlier.
I can see you very clearly.
Good Maharaj, please accept humble obeisances.
Yes,
We are remembering the time you came to our house 3 years ago.
I'm in your house again today.
Yes, Maharaj, we are so happy.
I can see your sofa is blue color in the back.
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
I'm in your house again today.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for your
Thank
mercy.
you.
So you
I
are,
had a quick question. During your lecture, you mentioned about false ego and how attachment to pride and position, that's more subtle and more
that's a stumbling block.
It's a stumbling block. So Maharaj, from practical point of view, could you give us a couple of tips on how to recognize those and overcome those obstacles?
Well, sometimes you can ask devotees who you regularly associate with, Prabhu, do you see any weakness in me? Do you see anything that I should work to overcome? We are always expecting flattery, but we should be looking forward to suggestions and how we can improve. And if we endeavor, Krishna will help.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So you all are active in the
Hare
temple?
Krishna.
Active in the temple? Okay.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Right now it's all closed, but
Yeah, I know.
otherwise, yes.
All temples are closed.
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Oh, oh.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for having your darshan ahead of me. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Maharaj, my question is, sometimes you correct someone, but same time you yourself are not
perfect.
Capable in that position. So how I should act?
Well, if you are not perfect, you can tell your observation to somebody senior and ask him to do it on your, ask him to correct. In other words, if I'm correcting you, I should be correcting myself. Or you tell that person, I'm correcting you, but I'm not as advanced as you are.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. We are so blessed to have you.
So where are you all staying now?
Sorry, Guru Maharaj?
Where are you staying now?
I'm in Ottawa, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, yeah. In Ottawa.
Adisham Das.
And in Tarakit.
Yeah. How is the Ottawa temple doing?
We are doing okay, Maharaj. We are going in the evening to put the to rest, and also during Sunday we do like online program. So we go and do aarti and cooking, and we go there on Sundays.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Please give us blessings. Hare Krishna.
Bhakti Yoga Prabhu from Toronto. I think you should be online.
He's a very old disciple of mine, Bhakti Yoga.
Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
Am I in your house now, Bhakti Yoga?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
I can't see you. Where are you?
Oh, you don't want to see me?
No, I can't see you. Oh, no, I can.
He was hiding his beard.
You were hiding your beard.
Since I left you in Delhi, this happened. So I'm self-isolating and no one's seeing me, so I stopped shaving. But I will shave after.
You still work with
us?
Yes.
Yeah. So during this COVID-19 times, devotees are not able to have personal association. And it might be a little bit demoralizing for some devotees. So what can we do to help us through this period until we're able to have personal association again with each other?
Chant your rounds, read, and associate as much as you can. I know a lot of people still doing a lot of programs. We think they're doing more online now. So you can, plus now you have more free time, isn't it?
So Guru Maharaj, I'm telecommuting from work.
You have a lockdown situation also?
Yes, our office is shut down, so I'm working from home.
Okay. How's your family?
Everyone is good, Guru Maharaj. So we were happy that we were able to make it out of India in time before they shut everything down.
When did you see me in Delhi? In March?
Yes, yes, Guru Maharaj. I think it was 17th, 18th of March.
Okay. I think it'd be nice if you can shave your beard off.
Okay, yes, Guru Maharaj.
You look more.
I'll shave it off the next time I see you.
Okay, you look more handsome then.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sundarupa Prabhu, last time you didn't get a chance from agency, Sundarupa Prabhu.
No, it's all right. Yes, sir.
Maharaj, my question was related with your class today that you have given, that the devotee should be humbler than the grass. But now during this lockdown period, the kids and all are there being at a home and they are doing so many things which is not good. And then being angry and all is that it's not being humbler than the blade of a grass that as you suggest. So in this case, is it how to handle this situation?
Situation in what way? You have to control your children also. Exactly what's your question? Exactly what's your question?
My question is, Maharaj, since we are getting angry at a time, so is that not being a humbler?
Mm-hmm. So lust, anger and greed are three highways going to hell. So better you go off the highway. Lust, anger and greed. You can discipline your children, but you don't have to be aggressive. You can do it sweetly. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaj. Yeah.
Krishna Premlila Mataji from Boise, Jagannath Prabhuji, one Mataji.
Okay.
How many more questions do you all have?
Guru Maharaj, there's a few more, and I'm sorry I cannot get to all.
It's okay because you're doing a good job. Let's go ahead.
Go ahead, Premlila Mataji, or Jyoti Mataji, are you there? Are you one of them? Jyotirmai Mataji from LA? Yeah.
I don't know if Maharaj, can you see her?
Yes.
Some technical problems, so she would like to not understand.
What? Then it's Jyoti Mai.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
How is your health now? How is your health?
Mataji, Maharaj is asking about your health.
Yeah, cancer.
My health is okay, Guru Maharaj.
You're able to chant your rounds?
Are you able to chant your rounds? Maharaj is asking.
Yeah, I'm chanting my rounds, Guru Maharaj.
Okay. So just keep chanting and take whatever medicine the doctor gives you. Do the best you can, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Guru Maharaj,
Hare
for
Krishna.
your blessing.
Hare Krishna.
Uttara Devi Mataji from Montreal, can you please unmute yourself? I see you as a panelist now. You should be able to speak.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dhanvat Pranam Maharaj.
You're okay?
Uttara is here. Yes, Maharaj. I'm okay.
Where's your husband now? Is he in Pakistan or Canada?
Now still is in Pakistan, Maharaj. Yes. Yes. They just got it like medical and suddenly like coronavirus. So every process is stopped now.
So you're helping in the temple?
But
You're helping in
yes,
the
Maharaj. Now I have a lot of service also in temple. Yes, Maharaj. All this Thursday, and Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I was speaking to
that is dressing.
I was speaking to the Pakistani devotee a few days ago.
Yes, Maharaj.
One of them passed away. Kṛṣṇa Sindhu.
Oh, there is also.
Kṛṣṇa Sindhu. He was translating books in Urdu.
Yes, Prabhu.
He passed away.
Maharaj, yes. Yes, yes, I heard from my Prabhu.
Tell your Prabhu to.
Yeah, he is very nice devotee.
Tell Mother Mohan I'd like
Sorry,
to.
Maharaj?
Tell Mother Mohan I'd like to speak to him sometime.
Mother Mohan Khaji, Prabhu, same.
But tell him to call me
Okay,
sometime.
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the darshan. Thank you so much.
Can Prem Leela Mataji, we can maybe talk. Prem Leela Mataji, are you there?
And she spoke to me on the phone recently.
Okay, that's fine then. Anyone is there or we are done?
So, Guru Maharaj, there are a lot of devotees who just like to say Hare Krishna to you, but I don't know if they want to get to all of them because Guru Maharaj's contribution are there, everyone has 10 hours. So,
What?
I see a lot of devotees are requesting that.
They can say Hare Krishna if they want.
Yes, but Balimaja Prabhu, we have, I don't know, what is the limit? We've already hit the limit, right?
Yeah, we did already. So maybe in one call we cannot. So where I unmuted, everybody said Hare Krishna to Maharaj already. So maybe Maharaj can give a panel.
I already gave the lecture.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. So.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. I'm sorry.
I thank all of you. I thank all of you, and again, I'll be happy to do this type of exchange once in 6 months or so.
Good, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for your time.
Okay.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.